There are 3 things, 1, 2, 3, that you can do to watch your business boom that costs you nothing and mean absolutely everything to everyone else. And so I want to start this off in saying this. When was the last time you appreciated people in your life? When was the last time you sat down and you said, hey, you know what? I appreciate you because X, Y, and Z. When was the last time you took the time to pour into people that you love and care about and let them know on a deeper level rather than, oh, I just appreciate you or I love you or thank you, but really telling them why? These 3 things right here are going to not only explode whatever business that you have, but it'll honestly create deeper, long-lasting relationships with people in your life, business related or not, because I have personally over the last, I would say 3 to 5 years have really tested this out in my life. And it's these 3 things right here. People love to be seen, they love to be heard, and they love to be appreciated or even recognized, appreciated or recognized. So people love to be seen. So you see them. Maybe you're on Instagram or on Facebook or in real life, you're working with somebody and they're working really hard towards something. They're pouring all their time, all their effort. Maybe it's just in their family. Maybe it's in their business. Maybe it's in something personal. When was the last time you said, hey, you know what? I see you. I really see what you're doing and I see everything that you're pouring into this. You're hearing them by saying, maybe I saw this post that you put up, or I heard that you did this or did that, and I really love that you X, Y, and Z. And then the third piece is, I appreciate you because ... Showing people your appreciation, showing people that you see them, you hear them, and you appreciate them will... You can literally get anyone to do anything for you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not doing this in a manipulative way. I'm doing this in a way where I want people to really understand that there are those out there that are cheering them on, even if it's behind the scenes or in silence. Because there's so many ways on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, across social media where you don't have to like, comment, or share. You're just coming on, you're consuming, then you're jumping off. About, dozens and dozens of you have done this on this live. You jump on, you like it, or maybe you don't, and then you jump off, and that's okay. Because this message isn't going to be for everyone. But there's so many passive ways to say in my mind, oh, I like that. But when was the last time you went beyond the like button, the comment button, the share button, and you dropped into their DMs, or you sent them a text even, called them and say, hey, you know what? I see that you're working really hard. I love what you're doing. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I want you to know that I appreciate you. I love you. I'm cheering you on. Because there are so many people I can guarantee in your life right now that are working really hard behind the scenes, whether it's in their marriage, in their relationships with their kids, in their business, personal growth, that they probably wish they could share that with somebody, but they're like, who's going to care? Who's going to notice? Why should that matter? Well, if these people matter in your life, take that next step and let them know, hey, you know what? I see you. I appreciate you. I hear you. And I just want to know, how are you doing? That's even the 4th step. If you want to put a 4th step on it, is you see them, you hear them, you appreciate them, and then really ask, how are you doing? And allow them to share. One thing that drives me nuts that everybody does is it's the surface level conversations, right? We all get into them. We're all going to have them. But when was the last time you sat maybe 1 or 2 people down, separately, of course, and I'm not saying you have to do this all the time, but you sat them down and like, really, how are you doing? And you gave somebody the space to really share what's on their heart. Because one thing I have noticed is there are so many people that have so much to say and so much to share and just want to be understood, seen and heard on a deeper level, but people don't want to take the time to really ask. And I'll even take it here. Like, when was the last time somebody asked you that? And when that did happen, if that's ever happened, how good did that feel? Like, you know what? My mom, my sister, my best friend, whoever really took the time to ask how I was doing, asked, where am I really at? Because most of the time, what are our answers? Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. How are you? Or you get those brave people being like, I'm all right, or, I'm fine. If I hear all right or fine, I'm like, okay, what's going on? All right and fine, at least if that comes out of my mouth, I'm like, I'm not all right and I'm not fine. And sometimes people just say good because it's easier to brush over and not go in depth because you don't know if they can handle it. You don't know if they want to hear it. So it's easier just to go that route. But when was the last time you took the time to create space to ask people you cared about, really, how are you? What's going on? What are you focused on? How can I support you? And we'll even take it the business route, because for all of you that follow me, I'm really big into promoting other people's businesses and sharing their truths and sharing what lights them up. You can go into my IGTV in the influence and conversion section. You can see like hundreds of videos just on that, because I love being able to feature other people. But here's the thing. When was the last time you really took the time to dig in? And for business, hey, what are you working on? How can I support you? Who are you looking for to work with? You know, who's a good ideal client for you? All those kinds of questions, because guess what? Chances are you are going to be purchasing that from somebody else, or somebody that you know needs that. And all you have to do is ask to really understand, what is this person offering? And then who do I know to connect them to? Who do I know to connect them to? Healthy Trails Living, thank you so much. Yeah, dig in, please do, because you will never know. And I'm saying you don't have to do this for every single person in your life, right? But you have that tight core, or you have somebody that you've seen on social media that is really digging in deep, giving, pouring value, and shooting them a message, being like, hey, you know what? I see you. I really love this post, or I really love what you're doing. I just want you to know I'm rooting you on. Is there any way I can support you? And coming from somebody that has had those messages over the years, it means absolutely everything to me. Even if they don't have a way to support me, maybe necessarily, whether they don't want to work with me or they don't have somebody to send over to me or whatever, at least now they know. But what I got out of it is that person took the time, the most precious commodity that we have, to ask me, how are you, or not how you're doing, but ask me, or tell me, I should say, tell me that I appreciate you. I love you. I'm here for you. Keep going. And I can guarantee you, this may not happen every time, but I can guarantee you there's going to be a time where somebody's going to be like, because of that message, because you sent that, that was the time where I was really at a breaking point. I didn't know if I wanted to continue. I didn't know if this was for me. I didn't know that people saw me and appreciated me. Because again, on social media, if we're not liking, commenting, sharing, people are like, oh, nobody's listening and hearing. Well, now, you know, they have different pieces for analytics to show views and impressions and things of that nature to show people, yeah, people are stopping and watching. But people don't really, they want the like, comment, or share. But guess what? What's more important is, like, if you get a message from somebody and they took the time to type something out to share that you are valuable to them, and here's why. So I encourage you, if you're getting anything from this, do that to 3 people this week. 3 people, and let them know that you see them, you hear them, what they're trying to do, and you appreciate them, and you want to maybe even recognize them, maybe even share a post on your story of something that they're doing, and you never know who's watching your story that might need what that person has. And coming from somebody who does that all the time, the amount of gratitude and love and thanks that I get for featuring people all the time on my influence and conversion show. And by the way, I only created it as a show because I wanted to do this regularly. So you don't have to be like me by any means, but by just taking the time to recognize other people and their hard work, and I see you, I appreciate you, means the world to them. Because the corporate culture doesn't really do that. Maybe they'll have an incentive here or an employee of the month there, but really it's all for gimmicks to make you feel like, oh, you're really valued and appreciated. But most corporate cultures really don't care. They do it as a publicity stunt, and they do it to draw you in, to make them different. And I even posted on my story earlier today that inside our team at the Dream Factory, in our social ad agency, there were dozens of comments with over 30 people on our team, and what makes our culture different than a corporate culture. And a lot of freedom, a lot of making my own choices, a lot of really allowing me to learn on the job and not being so cutthroat, and grace in the failings. Like, that's so important. So what I'm getting back to is, when you can see, you can hear, and you can validate, appreciate, recognize somebody that you've been seeing working really hard, putting that out there as an entrepreneur, that means absolutely everything. Because coming from somebody who didn't necessarily have that from her family when she first started out, now I do after 5 years. They kind of get it. And they know what they know, and they want to stick to what they know. But at the end of the day, I know they're doing the best with what they have, and I can't ask for anything more. But for us that are seeking those moments of like, oh my gosh, somebody please, like we crave validation from other people. Let's just be honest. First, we need to validate ourselves, but we do crave validation from others. So you take the time, go validate, go recognize, go appreciate 3 people this week, and say, hey, you know what? I see you. I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate you, and this is why. And it could be a matter of like 20 words. But I can tell you that's going to be a game-changing moment, because they're going to remember that. They're going to remember that somebody took the time to share that with them. to share that they are seen, they are heard, and they are appreciated. And when I realized how important that was, it costs you absolutely nothing but a little bit of your time, but it means absolutely everything to somebody else, because time is the most precious commodity that we have, right? So you can really dig in and just share from the bottom of your heart, and just like, hey, this is how I appreciate you. This is, I want to be able to support you. What can I do? Coming from, I got my start in entrepreneurship and network marketing, for example. I know there's a lot of network marketers that follow me. And for so long, network marketing has had such a bad rap, right? But really, if you think about it, some people just maybe aren't the best marketers, to be honest, but you're buying products from companies that, are trying to put a more sustainable quality product out there and put some money back in people's pockets, instead of going to the Targets and the Walmarts and the CVS's and wherever you get your stuff. You're supporting somebody else's business. And me, I'm not in the network marketing profession anymore, but I'm probably in like half a dozen other businesses buying products from them, because I see what they're doing. I see the value that they're giving, and I want to support them. And I let them know that, whether it's the toothpaste that I buy, the dishwasher soap, my shampoo, my vitamins, whatever that is, I'm letting them know, hey, I could go buy this somewhere else. And I know you know that, but I want to buy from you because I appreciate you and I see you. So who do you know that has a business, whether it's a network marketing, an online business, a brick and mortar, like who do you know that needs that support today? And maybe you don't know if they need support, but guess what? Chances are you sending that message is going to show them so much love and validation of like, I see you, keep going, how can I support you? And for me, and what I do, it's switching a buying habit for a lot of reasons. It's like, okay, I'm going to buy my toothpaste from you, I'm going to buy my hair products from you, I'm going to buy my dishwashing soap from you, or whatever that is, my sports nutrition from you, things I'm already going to buy, but I want to support other people's businesses. Because I remember when I was getting started, and I had to, it almost felt like begging people to support me because they didn't understand. But here's the thing, it's just about, if you don't understand something, ask. And if you do understand something, then find a way to support. Victor, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for buying a badge. Really, really appreciate you. But most importantly, inside of this message, this may be for you. You may have gotten some nuggets out of it. Or you might be thinking, oh my gosh, my friend, Sally, Joey, Sarah, Julian, whoever, they need this message. Share this live with them. Share this recording with them. I'm going to post it on my IGTV and let somebody know that you appreciate them, or share this so then they can go support 3 people and drop into their DMs, or even better yet, send them a text if you have their number. Either way, they're going to get it and they're going to appreciate it. And here's the last piece I'm going to say, don't be attached to the outcome. Because what if they don't reply because they're busy? What if they don't know what to say? Don't expect an outcome or a response back, because you never know what that person's going through. And a lot of time, if we give and we're vulnerable with something, we want something in return. We're human, we're selfish. But do this out of the willingness and the giving of your heart of like, you know what, I see you, I appreciate you, and this is why. Keep going. What can I do to support you? So I really should have said master these 4 things rather than 3. Seen, heard, appreciated, and how can I support you? What can I do to support you? A call to action, if you will, to really be able to show them your deep gratitude and, just the love that like, I love what you're doing. Keep going. This is absolutely great. So, Victor, you're so welcome. He says, we appreciate you for dropping this information. Absolutely. Why? Because when I really realized this, I'm going to close it with this. When I really realized this, it changed the depths of my relationships. It changed how I connected with people. People like Victor and other people on this live that have popped in and out are people globally around the world I've been able to connect with because of me just being able to share gems and revelations that I've had. And I say this with my coaching clients all the time. Your story is meant to be mentorship to somebody else. And inside of the on-camera coaching with the social strategy that I do, I'm just taking what they're doing, packaging it so people can see, wow, this person is so full of value. What do they do? How can I support them? So they have the idea. I'm helping them make sure that they know that they're seen, heard, and appreciated. How do you package that so other people can see that and be able to work alongside with you, work with you, pay you to help them get to, X result. But it's not until you understand the fundamentals of what people want and what people need. It's not until you understand that you will fully have alignment in your business, alignment in just your relationships, the depth of relationships you want. Because I'll tell you this, it's not about how many followers you have. It's the engagement. It's the relationships you cultivate. And I can honestly say in 2020, when everything was shut down, I've created so many great relationships with people because I took the time to jump on a Zoom or jump on a call. For people that were local, meet in person and really be able to pour in and take my time with them. Because so many people want to automate their time. Oh, follow this, click, 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 boom, boom, boom. And there's a time and a space for that. But when I truly want to get to know somebody or let somebody know that I love and I care and I appreciate them, I'll take that extra step, because you never know what that can lead to. That can lead to more clients, more relationships. To be honest, because of me doing that and sharing and giving, like Victor's been saying, he's just super appreciative, which I'm so grateful for you, man. Because of me showing up online and being able to give the value that I have, it actually led me to meeting my husband. We got married last year during the pandemic. So you never know how you showing up will draw certain people to you that will lead you to life-changing moments. Because without me showing up on social media and seeing and hearing and appreciating other people and giving value, I honestly would have never found my husband. And that's a whole nother story. But obviously, would you say that's a life-changing moment? I would. Super, super life-changing for me. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Again, take this, share this with somebody that needs to hear this. Share this on your story. Tag me, and I'd love to be able to shout you out. Just really appreciate everybody that's jumped on here live or even watching the recording, because I know there's something in here for you or even somebody that you know. So we'll see you next time, you guys. Bye, everyone.